If you have recently noticed that your legs swell more easily, feel heavier when you walk, or that your shoes seem tighter by the end of the day, this may not be an uncommon experience. Many people, especially as they get older, go through similar changes without fully understanding what is happening inside their bodies. Most assume it is simply a normal part of aging, that, as the body gets older, fluid retention, mild swelling, or discomfort during movement is unavoidable. But the reality may be more complex than that. Fluid retention in the body often develops quietly. It does not appear all at once, but builds up gradually over time. At first, it may just be slight swelling around the ankles or a mild tightness in the hands. But if left unaddressed, it can begin to affect daily activities. What is important to understand is that these signs are not always as simple as they seem. The body always sends signals when something is out of balance. Recognizing those signals early can help you better understand what is really going on. The good news is that once you understand the issue correctly, you can begin making adjustments in a more appropriate direction. After noticing signs like leg swelling or a feeling of heaviness, many people quickly draw their own conclusions. They assume it is simply due to aging or related to health issues that cannot be changed. Others believe it is the result of being less active or that their body is just not what it used to be. These assumptions often prevent people from looking deeper into the real cause. Instead of asking whether the body might be lacking something or experiencing an internal imbalance, they accept the condition as normal. In many cases, misunderstanding the cause can lead to choices that are not truly effective for long-term health. This does not mean those assumptions are completely wrong, but they may not fully explain the whole picture. When you do not fully understand the cause, it becomes easy to choose the wrong way to improve your condition, and asking the right questions is the first step toward real change. To better understand what is truly happening, we need to look at a very important factor inside the body. That is the balance between two familiar but often overlooked minerals, potassium and sodium. These two work together like a system that regulates fluid in the body. Sodium tends to hold water in, while potassium helps move excess fluid out through natural processes. When they are in balance, the body can maintain a stable fluid level, allowing tissues to function properly. But when this balance is disrupted, especially when potassium levels are too low compared to sodium, fluid can be retained in the tissues, leading to swelling and a feeling of heaviness. What is important to understand is that this imbalance does not happen overnight. It builds up gradually over time, influenced by daily eating habits and lifestyle choices. The body functions based on balance. When you understand these foundational factors, you can take a more accurate and effective approach to improving your health. When the body does not receive enough potassium over a long period of time, something subtle begins to happen. Sodium gradually starts to dominate the body's fluid balance system. And as sodium levels rise, it pulls water into the tissues instead of allowing it to be eliminated. This is why you may notice swelling around your ankles by the end of the day, or a mild tightness in your hands and feet. This does not happen suddenly. It builds up day by day, meal by meal, especially when the diet includes a lot of processed foods or salty seasonings. You may not realize it right away, but your body is slowly retaining more water than it actually needs. Over time, the feeling of heaviness and discomfort becomes more noticeable. Small changes in daily nutrition can have a significant impact on how the body retains or releases fluid, and making adjustments early can help you feel lighter and more comfortable in your movement. When the body has enough potassium, a natural balancing mechanism begins to activate. Potassium is not just a simple mineral, it acts like a regulator, helping the body maintain a stable balance of fluids and electrolytes. When potassium levels are adequate, the body naturally tends to reduce excess sodium, and as sodium decreases, the water retained in the tissues is gradually released. This can help reduce swelling, ease the feeling of heaviness, and improve comfort during daily movement. In addition, potassium is involved in many other processes in the body, including supporting muscle function and the nervous system. This contributes to maintaining flexibility and overall stability. However, these effects do not happen instantly. They require consistency through regular dietary habits. When the body receives what it truly needs, it can adjust and improve in a natural and sustainable way. Once you understand the role of potassium in fluid balance, the next question becomes, how can we increase potassium intake in a simple and practical way? The good news is that potassium is not a rare or hard-to-find nutrient. It is present in many familiar foods that you can easily include in your daily meals. A variety of nuts, fruits, leafy greens, and natural foods contain significant amounts of potassium. When consumed regularly, they can help the body maintain a better internal balance. The key is that you do not need to change everything at once. By starting with small choices, gradually replacing less suitable foods with more natural options, you can create meaningful improvements over time. This is also the approach that many modern nutrition studies are now focusing on. Simple dietary changes, when maintained consistently, can support the body in a gentle yet effective way. However, there is one very important point that many people often overlook. Just eating potassium-rich foods does not automatically mean the body will absorb and use them efficiently. How you eat, when you eat, and how you combine foods can all influence the final outcome. For example, some foods may be absorbed quickly when eaten alone, but not as effectively over time. In contrast, when combined with other nutrient groups, the body may use them more efficiently and sustain their benefits for longer. In addition, consuming too much salt in your daily diet can reduce the effectiveness of potassium, making it harder for the body to maintain proper balance. This shows that it is not only about what you eat, but also how you eat that truly matters. When you begin to adjust these small factors, your body can gradually respond in a more positive way. The results do not come from a single change, but from how you combine and consistently maintain the right habits over time. Based on these principles, nutrition experts have identified several familiar foods that can help provide potassium naturally and can be easily included in daily meals. What is interesting is that most of these foods are very common and accessible. First are unsalted pistachios. They are easy to eat, convenient, and contain a good amount of potassium. When consumed in moderation, they can be a great option for snacks throughout the day. Next are dried apricots. Although small in size, they are packed with nutrients. When used appropriately, especially as part of breakfast, they can help support potassium intake in the body. Third is celery. This is a versatile vegetable that can be eaten raw or lightly cooked, making it suitable for many different preparations. Celery is often included in diets that focus on balance and lightness for the body. Fourth is watermelon. With its high water content, watermelon not only helps with hydration but also contributes to potassium intake. When consumed appropriately, it can create a lighter, more refreshing feeling in the body. Fifth is white beans. This is a nutrient-rich food that can be used in a variety of dishes, such as soups or stews. White beans provide steady energy and help support overall nutritional balance. Sixth is coconut water. This is a natural, easy-to-drink option often used to replenish electrolytes. When consumed in appropriate amounts, it can help the body maintain better balance. Seventh is spinach. This leafy green is rich in minerals and can be prepared simply, such as lightly steamed or quickly stir-fried to preserve its nutritional value. Finally, avocado. This is a familiar food that can be easily added to many meals. With its diverse nutrient profile, avocado is commonly included in balanced diets. What all of these foods have in common is not an immediate effect. Instead, they support the body in a natural way when used consistently over time. There is no need to search for complicated solutions. Sometimes, the familiar foods in your daily meals are the key to helping your body maintain balance in a sustainable way. After understanding what to eat, an equally important factor is your daily eating habits. Because food only becomes effective when it is maintained properly and for a sufficient period of time. Many people tend to make quick changes for a few days, then return to their old habits. This does not give the body enough time to adapt and show meaningful improvement. In addition, consuming too many processed foods, excess salt, or having an unbalanced diet can reduce the effectiveness of the potassium-rich foods you are trying to include. What truly matters is not eating a good food for a single day, It is how you build a consistent, balanced eating pattern that suits your body over time. When small habits are repeated every day, the body gradually adjusts and responds in a more positive way. Sustainable change does not come from big, dramatic actions, but from small habits maintained long enough to make a real difference. If there is one important thing you should remember from everything we have discussed today, it is this: what you are feeling in your body is not always just a sign of aging. Throughout this video, we have taken a very clear journey together. From recognizing familiar signs like mild swelling, a heavy feeling in the legs, or discomfort during movement, to understanding that the body may be experiencing an internal imbalance, especially related to potassium and sodium, and finally, discovering that simple, familiar foods in your daily meals can help support the body in moving toward better balance. What matters most is not changing everything at once. It is starting with small steps. Choose a few suitable foods. Adjust how you eat. Maintain those habits consistently every day. Over time, these small changes can create a significant difference in how you feel. When you truly understand your body and provide it with what it needs, you can improve your health in a natural and sustainable way. If you found this content helpful, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss simple yet valuable insights in future videos. And don't forget to share this video with people you care about.